And we are live tonight from the Outer Rim in what is another gorgeous night here, guys. And I'd like to welcome you all back to my hall. Are you excited to be here, guys? We got it in, yes, episode 2 of Mandalorian Live, whatever you want to call it, Mandalorian Reaction. Actually, I had a guy tell me, don't call it Mandalorian Reaction. This is more like a Mandalorian review show. So we have the spoiler tags on the front, obviously, guys. So do know we will be talking about anything and everything that happened within the episode. And with me, as always, at least I hope always, 2 times in a row, is our man. Some say he has the biggest wrench in all of the Outer Rim, let alone the entire galaxy. It is my man, Ryloth Leku. How are you, brother?
Hey, what's up, Urs? Hey, ho. It's quite the intro, man.
Hey, man, I'm a hype man. I'm your hype man. You're the smooth talker. I'm the hype man. No, guys.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming back, Rye. If there's one guy I can go talk to Star Wars any time of the day, it is Ryloth Leku, coming all the way from Ryloth. Am I right, brother?
You got it, baby.
All right, man. So let's talk. So, guys, here's the thing. If you want to join the hunt with us, just shoot me a note over on Discord. Obviously, I'm going to talk to Ryan in the beginning part, and we're going to kind of just rehash a bit of the episode. And then maybe 15, 20 minutes later, if someone donates and wants to come on, they will obviously be prioritized. But do let me know if you want to come on with me. We're going to keep this episode a bit shorter. We tried an hour for the first episode. I felt like that was a little too long. Just there's not enough content because we only have a couple episodes so far. As the season goes on, we can kind of reflect upon back episodes. But as we're kind of laying the groundwork for this new series, I think we'll try and keep it around a half hour. So with that being said, Rye, my man, we are 2 episodes into this. What did you think of the new episode? Let's start at the beginning. So we had the Mandalorian. I'm trying to remember what you just watched it. So he started out, and it was just him kind of just walking around with Baby Yoda, walking through a crevasse, right?
Exactly, man. Waiting for the Trandos to ambush him.
Yeah, so of that scene, that part where he kind of looks up and you get the reflection and the camera angle is just right on the side of his helmet, on the back of his helmet, and you see him jumping over the top of it. That was some good cinematography, man. Some good work there. What'd you take away from that scene?
Every scene.
Yeah.
Every scene, every shot of the fight, I feel like it's all stuff of legend, man. They've done such a good job of, there's a slight, they kind of mix it in like the old like 80s terror films. Like you get this crazy suspense before big things are about to happen. I loved it, man. A little bit weird to see like a full pack of Trandos with like a flesh color, kind of like a PG flesh color.
They were, they were not the kind of mustard color that we know in Bosk, the Trando that we're all familiar with from our game. But I liked that they had they weren't quite Electro Ripper staffs, but
what have we here?
Electro hammers or something, whatever they were wielding there, looked very reminiscent to what Enfys Nest wielded in the Solo movie.
Yeah. And speaking of weapons, this is when we finally get to see the old holiday special rifle in action, man.
I know.
See our first disintegration in this fight. I did not see it coming at all.
Yeah, it was.
I almost pooped myself, I think, on the first disintegration.
Yeah, so he's charging Baby Yoda. For those of you guys that maybe haven't watched it or don't remember the scene, he's charging Baby Yoda, and we call it Baby Yoda. We don't know if it's Baby Yoda, but I think that's what the internet is calling it now. And then he just totally disintegrates a Trando, and that was straight up awesome. And we saw many disintegrations in this episode, and the effect they used where it just kind of like up in flames and kind of just burns up, and then you see that kind of like ash real quick. Beautiful.
It's like a vaporization kind of thing, but it's only organic material. Like the tracking fob survived it. Later on, the Jawa robes survived it as well.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely extraordinary. So our Mando takes a bit of damage in that fight. And then you can see him, like, immediately after that fight, he's kind of, like, fixing himself up. I don't know if he's, like, healing his, like, left arm, and he's, like, hitting that, I don't know, he's kind of, like, hitting it with something. I don't know if it's, like, Bacta or whatever he's putting on there. And then we see Baby Yoda kind of get out of his pram or whatever you want to call it, And he tries to go over and he tries to motion at him. He does this a couple times. Now, many are speculating he was like trying to use the Force to heal him. Is that what you're taking away from that scene right there?
100%, man. I was again about to totally lose myself, about to see the first Force heal in live action. Like we've all seen it in the video games, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was freaking out, like he's about to seal the wound, like thinking like some kind of Wolverine, like super fast healing on the cut that he had.
Yeah.
And then the Mando just kind of like trolls us. It just grabs him right before he's about to focus in on the Force, man. I thought it was the best anticlimactic scene you could ever get. It was perfect.
Yeah. I hope that's what we're going for there. I just think he's the cutest damn thing when he gets out of his little carrier and he's like walking around all slow and kind of, just kind of waddling around like a toddler. It's like a very slow toddler. It's great, man.
Yeah, and that's a good point. He is a toddler. It's not Baby Yoda like we all thought. He's walking, he's gooing and guying. He's like a 2-year-old.
Yep. So then right after that, we have some scenes of him kind of traversing. It's not Tatooine. I learned that this week. It's not Tatooine. It's I'm gonna have to pull up on the Holonet because it's like Creel, the Ugnaught. It's some other planet like Tatooine. It's like some Avala 7 or something like that. It's not actually Tatooine. So that was pretty surprising to me. And I wish they would. Maybe that's intentional. They don't say the names, but they keep it a little bit familiar but different. And that would explain why the Jawas' robes are like maybe a little bit darker color. Did you know they were not on Tatooine, Rye, or did you?
All right, so there was a couple of hints because later on when we see the Jawas, they have red eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm immediately thinking like maybe this is like some kind of off-world Jawa thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the robes were darker too. The robes were darker. They were like almost black.
Yeah, they're like an ash, like a black ash kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then when Quill is taking the Mando to see the Jawas, it's a rainstorm at nighttime. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this can't be Tatooine. Like there's not.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of the rain.
Tatooine.
I didn't even think of the rain, man. That's a great call. So we have that wide shot of him kind of traversing his way back to his ship, and that's like the money shot where he's just like on that flat plane, and then you see like and the other thing is there's no twin suns, right? We know the twin suns. You can see them on my.
Exactly. We see a sunrise. There's no twin suns.
No twin suns. So that would be like the first indication it's not Tatooine. But we have that wide shot. It's the very just Western style spaghetti Western with him and what is like the setting sun in the background, and he's just walking from a very far distance. Beautiful shot, amazing cinematography. And then we get to his ship where we encounter our first kind of obstacle here. The Jawas just totally dissecting the ship. Now, right. Like I'm smiling, I'm beaming right now just talking about this because we are OT trilogy guys. Like we love all the aliens from the original trilogy. We love our Togrutas, but we love the Twi'leks and the Jawas dismantling the ship, the Razor Crest, is that what they're calling it?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So immediate reaction when you saw these Jawas, what were you thinking? Were you just like, oh no, they're this is happening? Like we're going back to the OT here.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get what I got. I thought that it was going to be a quick, short scene, and I got like way more than I ever could have asked for, as far as like Jawa lore goes, man. Like, I feel like I was living with the Jawas for the entire episode.
I mean,
it was amazing, man. The sound effects were perfect.
Yep.
They really recaptured the exact same Jawa noise. I listened to the episode once and without even watching it. It sounds perfect, man.
Yeah, so right, what I will tell you is I intimately, because you know me, I mean, I have a Jawa team in our game we play, and I have the Jawa intro, which I poured through about 100 different sound effects. I've got a file of all of these different Star Wars sound effects. Those are the original trilogy sound effects. They just reused them, all of them, because I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Like, so they didn't actually recreate. They may have recorded new Jawa noises, but they used a lot from the original trilogy, which was pretty cool. But man,
I'm pretty sure Suka is a new term in Jawa.
Yeah, Jawese, or however they call the language. Jawese, something like that. So we had the Jawas, Rye, and I guess I'm just kind of blown away that not only did we have Baby Yoda, So like, or we're calling it Baby Yoda, right? And we have the Jawas. I'm so shocked they were able to keep this all under wraps in all the trailers they showed. Like, this is like, I don't know. It's just working to perfection, their strategy with rolling this out. I mean, it's hitting home perfectly for guys like us who just love the original trilogy. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of just blown away that they've hit they're 2 for 2 on like callbacks to the original trilogy. And just like, one of the things I want to call out, right, is like a lot of people like on Twitter like saying, oh, well, Baby Yoda's united the Star Wars fan base. And I kind of think it has. I mean, you can't go 5 seconds without surfing YouTube or Twitter without seeing a picture of Baby Yoda. So it's pretty remarkable what it's done.
So that's one thing that I've been thinking about as well, because I've been waiting for a while to get a Star Wars story that doesn't have anything that has to do with the Force, like what I thought maybe was going to happen with the Star Wars Underworld that George Lucas was trying to get, going before he sold the company.
Right.
And I'm expecting that in The Mandalorian, and then they give me Baby Yoda, who I didn't expect at all, and I absolutely love it, man. It's the only way I think that they could put the Force into this, and me not reject it in any way, shape, or form. And then there's a lot of people that always say that like it's not a Star Wars movie if it doesn't have the Force.
What have we here?
Or it's not a Star Wars. It's not Star Wars if it doesn't have the Force. So with Baby Yoda, you get all the Star Wars fans, man.
Yeah, it was the perfect play, man. It just united everybody together. I'm so thrilled. And I here's the thing, right? You tell me if this is wrong. I mean, I see thumbnails all the time of Baby Yoda and pictures of Baby Yoda everywhere. Like, it's impossible to avoid. Like, I don't know how you can avoid it unless you're just flat out not on the internet. And I was like, well, do I put Baby Yoda in the thumbnail? And I'm kind of just, I don't know. I see other people do it, but I feel bad. Like, but I'm like, we're a Star Wars show. Like, there's no way that would not. I guess there's some people out there that don't have it in their region. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But anyways,
I think that you could definitely put Baby Yoda. See a problem with it. I like it is.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit, Rye. Let's see here. I'll give you a sec to work out your signal. So we'll just keep talking about the chase scene where he's chasing after the sandcrawler. Little piece of lore that I learned is sandcrawlers are mining equipment left by like the Zerka Corporation or something like that. And Jawas just get them functional and just kind of just take them over. They're just leftover mining equipment, which is pretty cool. But anyways, there's a sandcrawler trace. Rye, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. What did you think about him trying to take over the sandcrawler, the entire scene, the battle against the Jawas?
Yeah, so I was pretty amazed at how vulnerable they're making this guy. I mean, he kind of got his ass kicked by the Jawas.
He got his ass kicked by maybe like 50. I think we might have seen at least 50 in the entire scene.
Yeah, I mean, they're popping out of the side.
He scales the wall.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful, like how they kind of dipped into older projects, older films and series that we've seen before. Like him going up the wall is exactly like Adam West Batman climbing up those apartment buildings, man.
Oh yeah. And I love how the
Jawas coming out and just throwing
junk on him. It was so good.
All this scrap, man. Dude, it was perfect.
Yeah, and then
he gets up top and man, what, like 15 of them shoot him. And it's the exact same effect that we got with R2-D2 back in episode 4, man.
They had him with their stun guns and he just yeah, I just love how there's like 15 of them and they're all just waiting for him.
That entire sequence, I couldn't stop smiling, man. That was the most fun I've had watching Star Wars since I was a kid. Man. I swear to God. That
scene was, I was like, I'm like, I can't believe they went with this, like, kind of like fun, kitsy, like Jawa thing. And it totally delivered. It was just great. It was just so much enjoyment and so much fun. Like, and this episode felt so different than the first episode. Like, it just felt like they went in a completely different direction. It all worked, man. It just, I don't know. It just was fantastic. Right, we had a couple donations come in here. I want to shout them out here. We got Heinzie down in Australia, New Zealand area, Australia, I believe. It says Baby Yoda is a boss. $10 donation. Boss confirmed for Baby Yoda. And then we had a $5 or $4 donation come in from Cowboy One. My man, he says, finally saw first toilet in Star Wars. Yeah, the vac. What is it? What was it? The vac tube? Is that what they're calling it, Rye?
The vac tube.
So now we have a word for the stream. When we're streaming our main game, I can say, guys, I got to go see the vac tube. I'll be right back.
Say goodbye to the porcelain gods.
Yeah, porcelain vac tube all the way, baby. All right, Rye, let's keep it rolling here. So, we'll do one more topic, and then I'll go to either one of these boys if they want to come on since they donated. Heinze and Cowboy, let me know if you want to come on and talk live. So Rye, we see the chase scene. He gets his ass kicked, and he kind of collects himself and goes crawling back to. You call him Quill? Am I saying that wrong? It's Quill?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Quill. It might be Queel.
Queel. So we both love this guy. We talked about him last episode. He's an Ugnaught. I was able to confirm that via his StarWars.com entry. I just love him. He's, they have such a great banter back and forth, and he's up there repairing like his like antennas or whatever. And so we get to hang out with our favorite Ugnaught again. What'd you think of that whole exchange, that scene?
Well, first I noted that he it seemed like the Mando was gone for a long time.
It was a long trip. It seemed like. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he was knocked out by the Jawas for. It seems like it was more than a day. And then I also felt like I'm not sure if Baby Yoda is like making sure that he wakes up and survives. I feel
maybe that's.
I feel like that's the way that it was shot. It totally gave me the feels that Baby Yoda was healing while he was unconscious. Both times he was unconscious, actually.
Yeah.
But no, everything with Quill is perfect, man. I can't believe like who else could voice that character than Nick Nolte? Man?
I know, it's so perfect, man. And like all the lines he says are so memorable, and it's just like, you are a Mandalorian. You rode the famous Mytho Beast or whatever he says, and then it's just like he's just got that like old farmer like Western like grizzled veteran just talk. It's just the best. I've spent my entire life working to be free of servitude. It's like you brought peace to my valley. It's just great words, man. I don't know. I love his dialogue. They wrote that guy so well. And again, one of the things we kind of called out here was that, like, last time we talked, Rye, there was so minimal dialogue, it felt like, in the first episode. And this was even further minimalized dialogue. Like, there was not a lot talking going on in this episode.
What have we here?
No, because there was a lot of shots of the Mando and Baby Yoda. I mean, I feel like most of it was that, and then obviously the Jawas, which it's not anything that we're going to recognize as far as speech goes.
Yep.
Yep. We get a little bit of banter between Queel and the Mando, and then also the Jawas and Queel and the Mando when they're doing their Suka dealings there.
Oh yeah.
And then that's it. And then we got the badass fight with the Mudhorn, which.
So that's not a reek. It's a mud. It's favorite. It's not a reek. It's a Mudhorn. That's correct. That's what we're.
Yeah, I think it's called a Mudhorn. Exactly. But that fight to me was it was amazing. It was the first scene that I've seen in the series where the music really it really hit me hard, man. I thought as soon as he got kicked out of the cave in that weird like electro kind of.
Oh, his like armor's like sparking.
Sound.
Yeah.
I thought the music was perfect. I'm really on board now with the soundtrack. Not that I didn't like it in the first episode, but it's not even close to being John Williams. But I feel like it is exactly what it needs to be for this TV show.
Yeah, no, I'm into the music, man. My favorite part of the score so far has been when they're riding the oh God, whether they ride the
Glurbs?
Glurbs. They ride the Glurbs, and it's got like a tinge of Rocky to it. It's just great, man, when they're riding the Glurbs in the first episode. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think and it's just totally different. It's so like that's the thing. So go ahead.
I feel like the music is being made through the perspective of the Mando.
Yeah,
I feel like it's his soundtrack. It's not for the TV show. It's literally for him. There's so many like earthy sounds, so many indigenous sounds. I feel like we're getting like hints of didgeridoos. There's a lot of hand percussion. There's flutes. The Mando theme song that's always playing when he's on is so tribal.
Yeah.
And I love it, man. It really sets the tone for Mandalorian. Also, I want to get into a little bit of speculation. I think this is the story of a Mando who is perhaps forced into bounty hunting.
That's what I agree, man.
Through this encounter with Baby Yoda, he realizes that maybe it's not always worth it. And I think he's going to get out of bounty hunting with this bounty. I'm pretty sure he's going to maybe a story of redemption, we could say.
I think we both kind of talked about it, and we were like, well, he's a bit soft for him. Like, he offered to split the bounty. He's always trying to, he's offered to split the bounty with the IG unit. And then with Quill, he's like trying to, pay him and get his service. And he's very kind to him. He's the most non-bounty hunter we've ever seen in a Star Wars universe. So I agree with you. Maybe that's just not in his program and he has to do it for to survive, or it's just part of being part of Mandalorians. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're going to expand on that. I do agree. He does feel...
seems like he's...
Yeah, he does.
And it seems like he's doing it for the Mandalorians, because all of his profit from the last bounty that he had, he left it to the foundlings.
The foundlings. Yeah, that's a great point, Ryan. I'm with you on that. I think we're going to... And, we've got Gina Carano. We haven't seen her character yet, Cara Dune, however they say it. And, I've got a huge thing for her. Oh, my gosh, she's gorgeous. But she's...
sexy lady.
Yeah, she's got the Rebel tattoo, at least in the screenshots we've seen of her. She's got the Rebel tattoo under her eye. So you imagine she's going to be light side aligned right now. So the continual pull of our main character to kind of light side doings, I would imagine. It would be a huge swerve if she was somehow not aligned with the light. Or the rebellion, or...
Yeah, I didn't know she had that tattoo.
I want to say under her left eye, she's got the rebel insignia. So... very interesting stuff. Man, I appreciate you joining me. Look, we've got a couple people that want to come on here. It looks like we're going to go to my friend Anditesh Ordo. Rye, we will see you for next episode, right, man? You're going to come back on with me?
Of course, man. I'm always here.
All right.
Catch you next time.
All right, brother. Great talking to you. That is our man all the way from Ryloth. It's Ryloth Leku, everybody. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Rye. I'm going to give some shout-outs here while I try and organize Anditesh. Let's see if I can get him here. And Cowboy 1 or Einzie, if you guys want to come on, just let me know. I will gladly have you on here. Donators get priority. So big shout outs here. Let's go. Justin Anderson, Pyrotech Nicholas, Aaron E. Chubbs, baby girl, how are you? It is A. Mateus. We got Pyrotech Nicholas, my man. That is my man from the Fallen Order, baby. We've got Cowboy 1. It is Steve Deach. Steve, how are you? Becca, B17, the Queen of the Hall. And it is TFE, Rye, obviously here. TFE, we've got Anger Leads the Great. The Borgalette checking in. Deathbane, Dark Stanley. Moof Milker. We've got Darth Vader 87. Ouchie Girl, Ouchie Dumpling. Z-Rob. It is Luke's Lost Hand. And Nathan H. Caleb Shield. Master Yoda. We've got Mad Doggy, the Meme Lord of the Hall. Mad Doggy 82. And it is JJ Manners. Lose Money. Einzie. Rooster. Guys, thanks for coming out and joining us on our Mandalorian streams. Cubs fan, Hans, CFH, my brother, how are you? Jax, Hammer, Book Hunter, Lose Money, Deathbane. Guys, thank you so much. All right, apologies if I didn't get your name. Starry Bros. All right, guys, we got to keep it moving here. Big shout out. Anditesh, my brother, are you there? I know he's there. He's muted, though.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, brother, how are you?
Good. I don't know why I was muted. I didn't see that.
Oh, no
but
worries.
Yeah, Yeah, I waited until you were done with your call outs.
What have we here?
So I actually enjoyed this episode as well. It's really in depth. It's definitely world building. I feel like it's definitely more world building than Last Jedi, at least these first 2 episodes, especially with the Jawas. Jawas, you got to see more of it inside of a sand crawler, even though it was a different design.
I just wonder how they. I just wonder how they film some of that stuff. Like when they open up the side of the back of the sandcrawler and they're all waiting for the Mando to come back. Like that looks perfect. They couldn't have built an entire sandcrawler. I don't know if that's CGI. If it is, it looks amazing. I don't know. It just the natural lighting.
Yeah.
It just feels so right. And it's everything that, like, you know, I know your original trilogy like me. And it's just like it's everything that we've been thinking about for, you know, since the original movie came out, and here we are now getting a full tour of the inside of the sandcrawler, the side of it, the top of it, everything. Just amazing.
Hello,
Yeah,
what have we
it's
here?
interesting. Of course, yeah, it's different than A New Hope version, but it's customized to each Jawa, I guess, clan or whatever. So the details, even on the top where they actually had the thing that the Mandalorian was climbing up off the rope.
Yeah.
Before they started hammering it away to knock him off. Yeah, it's really customized. Like you don't see many sandcrawlers in Star Wars, and a lot of the times if you do, it's always similar to A New Hope's version, except for KOTOR 1. That one's a different setup.
Oh, yep. They had. I'm remembering the whole Tatooine experience where you're chasing. Calo Nord's chasing you. I remember it.
Yeah, and I will say, I too was thinking that they were on Tatooine. I wasn't thinking about the twin sons, and so while they were talking before he said the Jawa suggested the egg, I was waiting for some Tuskens to start attacking.
I know.
And Mandalorian earns his ship parts back by taking on Tuskens. And neutralizing them.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it was Tuskens too, because I was like, man, maybe we're going to see Tuskens today if we're seeing Jawas. But you know, here's the thing, right? Like, if Jawas can exist on this other planet, maybe Tuskens can too. Maybe it's just a different tribe of Tusken. So we'll see.
Yeah, and they might even have a different look to their armor, because even KOTOR, at like 4,000 year difference, you know, they had a different look. They used to have those little breather mouth guard things where now they don't.
Yep.
They don't. So another thing I did like is the telling of kind of his armor, the Mandalorian's armor, because I assume the helmet is made of Beskar.
It looks like it is.
Plate is, but it looks like it is. But it's his chest piece. If you really looked at it after that mud rhino, it's really dented up. He had to repair that probably before he started his montage of repairing his ship.
Yeah. So his chest piece, like when he took the first hit and got knocked out of the cave, and it's like sparking. It looks awesome, man. It's just like we've never seen armor spark outside of like maybe Vader. We've never seen like armor sparking like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that. And then you also see it hanging there, and he was actually fixing it right after the Trando.
Yeah,
that tool that he was using, though, I think he was using to heal up his wound or whatever. I think he was using it to sear his wound shut, kind of like what some people do, as sports people do with super glue and whatnot.
Yep.
They just sear it shut.
Yeah, that's a good call. What did you think? Okay, so we saw the fight with the Mudhorn. Did I say that right? Is that what they're?
Yeah.
I know, to me it's the Reek, but it's the Mudhorn, I believe. And we saw the fight where he gets his ass basically kicked, and he's like down on one knee, about to give up. And then obviously Baby Yoda comes in and holds it in like a force stasis for a few minutes, allowing the Mando to regroup. What do you think of the vulnerability there? Do you like how they're making him very vulnerable? You've seen it twice with that episode with the Jawas, and then at the end there with the Mudhorn.
Well, it's tricky to say for sure, but then again, if you think about it, he tried using his big gun and it was jammed with the mud, so it can go both ways. I'm not sure fully, to be honest. I would like to have seen him a little more, more Jango Fett-esque. But then again, Jango Fett did get his head cut off, but he was still fighting the Reek and other characters with his blaster pistol.
Right.
So, but then again, he was the Mandalorian actually lost a good bunch. I think he also lost his blaster pistol in the cave, and then lost his rifle outside the cave.
Yeah.
I gotta go see it again. I've seen it twice, but it's like, which way is it?
Yeah. All right, man.
But vulnerably, I feel like Mandalorians, I guess every Mandalorian is different. You got to think of that. They're trained differently, different clans. So there is something of, maybe he's vulnerable in one way, but he still had a knife. He was ready to use it at the end. He just was going to just let the beast charge in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Baby Yoda intervened, and he was able to get the neck shot.
Yeah.
Just the one shot that did that, because just like Jango with the Reek, he got that one shot on.
Well, he knifed
right
him.
Spot
Did he knife him in the side of the neck? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just comparing it to Jango Fett.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did see, because Jango got back up, aimed at the Reek, and down he goes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did down the Reek. That's right.
Okay. Yeah. And then he got down by Mace Windu.
All right, brother. I got to give a couple more shout outs here, and we're going to try and bring one more guy on. My brother, you be good, okay? We'll see you on GAC streams.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Big shout out to Garlic Gang with the $5 donation. Garlic, he is from the Fallen Order streams. My brother, love you so much. Thank you for the $5. Very kind of you. And then we got Lose Money. Can't stay. You guys enjoy. Hang 10. We love you, brother. Lose Money of the High Rollers there, guys. Checking into the Mando Live. And here we go, guys. Let's see. Did I miss any other ones? Anitesh with a $2 donation. We just talked to him. I love the world building with the Sandcrawler. And, guys, we're going to go down to Australia. Let's see if I can get him here. All the way down to Australia. Our man, Heinze. See if we can get him. Where is he? I just had him. There he is. There was some couple shout outs I wanted to give here. It was our friend Master Kylo says, no shout out, bro. Master Kylo, what's going on, man? We've got TFE, Luke's Lost Hand, Becca 2017. My baby girl, how are ya? Longhorn JJ. And there you go, everybody. Ouchie girl. All right, Heinze, brother, you there?
I am, my friend.
You're sounding amazing. All the way across the ocean on the other side of the planet. Brother, what time is it there?
Yeah, it's about almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my friend. We've got the kangaroo generators bouncing ready for the next episode of Mando. So we're hanging, my friend. We cannot wait.
Beautiful, brother. Please tell me the fires are simmering down out there. Sorry, man. The fires, look, slowly but surely.
Hello,
Still a lot of action,
here?
unfortunately, down here. I personally am not too affected. A lot of my guild mates are seriously affected still at the moment, and it's a shout out to those guys, because a few of them are stuck in the middle of it, man. But our prayers are with them. Our thoughts, of course, are with them. Firefighters are the heroes of the day down here at the moment, my friend. All right. Well, keep us posted, brother. We're going to re-wrap in here in just a sec, but I wanted to give you thank you for the donation. I know you said you didn't even really care about coming on to talk, but I'm going to make you talk, because that's you made me come on your show, so you're coming on mine.
Hey, man, as I said, anywhere, any place, any time. The love is real, my friend. Thank you so much for all you do. You are incredible for all this, man.
Geez,
keep it up.
Stop. Brother, what do you think? So we're 2 episodes in. How are you feeling it? How are you getting along with it right now? Is this the Star Wars you wanted?
I'm loving Baby Yoda.
Yeah, right?
Badass.
He's amazing.
Enough said. Badass. I love it. No, it's cool.
Yeah, we were talking at the top.
It's gritty.
Yeah, it's very gritty.
Yes, sorry. I like it. It's gritty. It's old school. Music is awesome. The visuals are incredible. They take me back to a lot of the early trilogy stuff as far as how they made it. Mm-hmm. I really love those touches. Music's insane. You got your Utini boys out there. They're kicking butt.
Yeah, man.
you know, we've got a bit of everything. We've got a bit of the old school, which we've been crying out for, man. So look, I'm loving what I see, and
Yeah.
I'm hanging for the next episode.
Yeah,
There's
me
so
too.
much more cool stuff to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I'll say is, you make a great point. It's some old school feeling. The way it's shot, the way it's filmed, not a huge reliance on CG. They do have it with some of the, you know, the lizards sprinkled in the desert there, the blurbs, blurgs. They do have sprinkles of the CGI, but it's not over the top, and everything feels like pretty much natural. All the sandcrawler stuff, that looked all great. I mean, I don't know if that was CGI or not, but you can tell that it's made by people who love Star Wars and original trilogy fans, and Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I think that's the difference here. It's a love letter to Star Wars, and
it is.
I just hope Kathleen Kennedy's watching this, the success and how much it's praised, and they consider these guys for like an actual featured film. That would be something.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
They're just showing what they're capable of with a
Right.
TV show. Imagine if they had an open movie. I think they could do some pretty amazing stuff. That, you know, the runs are already on the board if they decide to do that down the track. But the CG's in there, of course. You need to, but it doesn't show. It's not obvious. And it's really, really well concealed where they've used it. And that's what I like. It feels like they did it 30 years ago. And that's what I'm loving.
I mean, just like the whole, like, if there's a moment for, you know, you're suspending disbelief for a lot of the CGI, and like when they go to IG-11 and he's spinning around, he's pivoting, not for a moment, I mean, I was obviously a lot of CG there, not for a moment was I ever taken out of the action, was like, oh, that's fake, that looks stupid, that just doesn't look right. I didn't have any of those moments, so I think the way they're using CGI is good enough, and let's just keep it at that, and not try and, you know, have fully animated backgrounds where the lighting just looks totally off, like a lot of the prequel stuff. And, you know, I'm sure if you go back, Heinze, if you go back and look at, like, Naboo in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, oh my gosh, it looks terrible now. Like, just the full-on reliance in that.
It makes you cringe.
Yeah.
It makes you cringe. You get the feeling and you know it's fake. You look at Mando, it doesn't feel fake. You get absorbed into it. You feel like it's an actual place, and it's not contrived. And that makes a massive difference when you're watching it, man, for sure.
And it's like, I'm like thinking of things to nitpick about with like the CGI and like the Mudhorn, like that it was all done so well. Like, I don't know. I'm so happy with it right now. Brother, we're a bit over on time. The floor is yours. For you guys that don't know, Heinze is a content creator for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I think all you guys from my channel know that we're Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes guys. So do go to check him out and subscribe to him. Appreciate the love and support, buddy. What do you want to leave us with? What do you want to shout out here?
Oh, look, hey, man, shout out to all your work. All you guys out there are unreal. You're the inspiration. I've only done this for like 6 or 7 weeks. I'm only new, man. I'm broken in here. I'm just new to this. I'm popping cherries, right?
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, guys like you make us and inspire us to do what we do, man. So big shout out to you. Thank you for what you've done to help us all. And guys, keep up the work. Right. Let's get into it, man. Let's kick some butt. I'm loving the game. I'm loving the show. Let's get into it. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care. See you soon.
All right. That's my man Heinze down in Australia. Love you, buddy. You be well, okay?
Cheers.
All right, guys. So that about wraps us up tonight for this episode of The Mando Live. And guys, we will be back at some point in the next week. It kind of depends on the GAC schedule. That is obviously the primary stream from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But we will be back. We will recap episode 3. We will have more guests on from our community here in the hall. And with that being said, guys, I wish you an absolutely fantastic Thursday night. Happy Thursday, everybody. We will see you guys very soon. With that being said, I'm issuing the evacuation code signal. Please get to your ship safely. Good night from the Outer Rim, everybody.
Give the evacuation code signal.